Welcome everyone, it's time for more Starfield, where last time we kept going with the spacer attack. What is going on? That's not what I wanted. Where we did indeed the spacer attack mission, or rather the final bit of it, which were several bits apparently. And yes, that was quite the sizable mission, which is weird because now it's just over and we're done with it and that was it. Yeah, I mentioned this, and it's a weird design choice to my mind. They could have spent that time working on the main story, making that better, or spent the time working on, content that is actually relevant. Anyway, whatever. And also, yes, we went back to Atlantis, New Atlantis, and the did one more mission down there. So, what are we going to do in this episode? I haven't really got a clue, but what I have done is I've been going around trying to do some stuff between episodes. One thing in particular is that, first of all, I've leveled up. Second of all, I've killed a lot of ships out in space. I can get the next level. So there we go. We are now at what? I am on rank 3, which means that I can finally do Class B ships. Perfect. That's right, isn't it? Yes, it is 3 out of 4. Wait. Yeah, 3 out of 4. Yep, Class B ships. Lovely. So I can do that. I've also upgraded weapons so that I can get better weapon engineering, so we'll get to that, as well as shooting a lot of enemies, so I can get the rifle certification up. I need more skill points in game. Throw more skill points at me, please. And I have been trying out this weapon and also leveling the weapon up, but I'm sort of confused about this weapon. Why am I confused? Well, here's the thing. Yeah, in the bottom here, you can see what I have. If we ignore the sort of traits that the gun has. Long barrel, laser sight, recon scope, suppressor, white hot rounds. If we look at my old one, which is this one, long barrel, laser sight, recon scope, suppressor, white hot rounds. Exactly the same. These are different, but these are exactly the same. This weapon does 76 physical. This does 51. Why is there a 24-point difference? Like, I don't understand. Shouldn't this be much better? I don't understand. I mean, this obviously has a bonus 15% damage while aiming, as well as the shattering, which makes it break through tough armor, but still. Like, okay, so what might be the case here is that I don't know whether or not, let's say a basic lawgiver, for example. Could two basic lawgivers have different stats? That's what I don't know. I might have lucked out on this with regards to the traits, because basically all 3 traits are pretty good, but maybe the physical damage was low? I don't know. That's fine. I need to visit a shop, by the way. Why? It felt like I had a lot of weapons. Yeah, I do have a bunch of weapons that I should be selling, actually. I think I will be using this one instead of this one. But yeah, I need to sell some stuff. I do need to store away some stuff. Didn't I have another container? Yes, I split the containers up between weapons and not weapons, so to speak. So the Peacekeeper, can I store it? Yes, I can. Good. I've tried this out, by the way. This does pretty damn good damage. But I still have 1,000 rounds, so that's lovely. But yeah, there are a couple of items that I can absolutely sell here. I don't think I need to stick or have this be around. So anyway, that's about it. But I did have it right. Let me just check. What have I picked up? Chameleon, deep core. Yeah, most of this I can probably just... Oh, I did get the Holler's calibrated deep core. This one, I mean, it's worse for physical energy and EM. Less O2 consumption, more O2 capacity. But also resources way less. But it's kind of... This is also weird. Like, why does this have so much more physical energy and EM resistance? apart or compared to this one. I mean, I have the medic is relevant here. That gives me some sort of bonus, but not that much. It's weird. It's really weird. I'll just keep some of these, I suppose. Alright then, no mission set. I have done, by the way, these, locating the shard ecosystem and surveying the planet. I actually thought that it was going to be a proper planet, which I think I mentioned, because I was thinking that that might fill in the list mission, but no, it was just a planet with 4 inorganic resources, so pretty damn easy to do. Now, I am very close to finishing the scanning on the planet I'm currently on, Nesoi. I know which fauna, a creature, it is that I've left, but I've only been able to find one of the bastards. I have no idea where they are usually at, so that's a bit annoying. But alright then, should we... I was thinking about factions. So for example, doing friends like these, because that sounds like a fun thing. Doing a bunch of stuff in New Atlantis, but also the Crimson Fleet, because we have done 0 things with this. And also the Shadows in Neon. Yeah, that's fine. We can try to remember exactly what we've done here. You know what? I want to do deep cover. I want to see what the Crimson Fleet is about and exactly what it is that we're sort of expecting from this. Like, are we supposed to learn about the Crimson Fleet? Are we gonna see that they're actually the nice guys or something like that? I don't know. But alright then, if we do that, where are we headed? We are headed to Sol, actually. Well, that's intriguing. I basically, in order to shoot down a lot of Crimson Fleet, I have been to Sol. I basically just ran around like the moons and planets to just see if random events trigger. And they did quite often, actually. I think like 3 of these moons had some sort of fight, which is lovely. So what do we have? We have UC Vigilance here. So alright then, I think that that is a good starting point. Let's go and have a bit of a chat with them, see what it is that we need to do with regards to the Crimson Fleet. And that takes us to Phobos, and oh bloody hell, you have a bit of a thing going on here. Yes indeed. Hello. Oh, crap. Chill out. Say hello. Say hello. Alright, hold.
Welcome, Captain. We've been expecting you. You're clear to dock at docking port 1.
Ooh, we're actually docking to the ship. Well, that's kind of nifty. And after Vasco's little speech that he always does when we land somewhere, we're having this guy right here, Sys Guard. Hello.
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you to the commander?
Well, maybe I do. A million questions, actually, but no, it's fine. Yeah, I would love to talk to the commander, that's true. But alright, yes, before I meet with the commander, anything I should know?
Yeah, listen to him, carefully. The commander's a one-and-done kind of officer. In other words, he hates to repeat himself. Other than that, just observe standard military decorum, and it should keep you from serving any time on the ship's cleaning detail.
Well, the thing is, I'm not military, not really, but sure. What about the ship?
I'm not authorized to divulge information about this vessel. Suffice to say, it's one of the toughest ships in the UC's arsenal.
Uh-huh. Good to know. So, yes, talk about it. No. Okay, you know what? Let me have a chat with them. You can lead the way.
Understood? If you'd follow me, please. So, you're the vanguard that took down that terramorph on Tau City. You've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it. Damn. That must have been one hell of a firefight. I almost regret missing out on all the fun. Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
Ooh, you have a lift even. Getting some Mass Effect vibes here. Alright, sure, let's go. And just a small jog on over. Okay. You looked at your non-existent watch. That seemed weird. Ooh, there's potentially stuff in here, but I can't get into it. Ooh, you have a coffee maker and everything. Ooh, fancy coffee maker even. Lovely. But alright then, Commander. Pardon you, sir. Yeah, okay, so we can actually check around a bit. Which is cool.
Excuse me.
You are excused, absolutely. Ooh, might there be like any magazines or stuff like that? Haven't found a magazine in some time, which is a bit sad. Some lovely schematics and whatnot. Still don't know exactly what kind of books I'm supposed to get for the woman in Aquila City, by the way.
Yes, what?
Like, would Oliver Twist here be acceptable? I have no idea. I should probably try pick up some of them. Bloody hell! Stop addressing me. Yeah, I should probably just pick some of them up, just see what she accepts or not.
Moment, but we'll talk later, okay?
No, we probably won't. I have no interest in you. Can we get out here? Where do I go if I go here? I have no idea. Alright then, fine. Let's get up. I'll talk to you just a few seconds. Everyone just has to address me when I walk by. Bloody hell, you're very friendly. I'll give you that, but also very annoying. All right then, fine. Hello, Commander.
I'd like to brief you on the mission, so please pay attention.
I will.
There you are, Commander Kibwe Kande, UC SysDev. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Tuala's offer.
Well, I realize it's been quite a while since I took up that mission, yes. So alright then, SysDev. So by any chance is this another division of the UC military?
UC SysDev is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle big picture stuff, we deal specifically with pirates. Since you're already involved with the Vanguard, I don't have to underline how important your contribution will be to the security of our spaceways.
Cool. Well, I mean, he said something about the greater good, I suppose, so, well, I'm here now.
It appears he's certainly picked the right person for the job. So, now that you're part of the team, allow me to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance, SysDev's nerve center dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
I mean, I've killed so many Crimson Fleet already. You should give me a medal. But also, I'm not planning on staying here. Like, this is not going to be my new home. I have, like, several homes, in fact, and this would not be my choice. But right then, let's talk a bit more about the Crimson Fleet. What exactly is it?
That's strange. According to your file, you've encountered them before. On Vectera, specifically. They were the pirates that attacked your mining outpost. I'm surprised you don't remember.
I mean, that is not exactly what I was asking. I was asking, like, what are they? As in, can you give me more information? But alright, then fine, whatever. So, yeah, they have an entire fleet, so you need more than just this ship.
Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
Oh, well, now we're talking. A bit of espionage, etc., etc. Alright, well, we have a persuasion option, so obviously we're going for that. Just get me into a room with them and we'll have a chat and I will convince them about basically everything.
Good. I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention.
Intriguing. Aurora, you say?
Aurora is a Class A controlled substance that's illegal to transport outside of Neon, a city on Volai. Get caught with this stuff aboard a ship, and you're looking at some serious fines.
And basically, yes, I did know about that. So how did you come across this contraband?
That's classified. Suffice to say that the smuggler who was previously hauling it will be spending the rest of their life in prison.
Well, that's sad for them. Alright then, sounds kinda simple indeed, but actually, is it foolproof? Because it doesn't really sound like it.
Well, it's the best we've got. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
Well, absolutely, but what about the evidence? Why do we need that?
Let's just say my superiors need proof that engaging the Crimson Fleet is a larger priority than they're willing to admit. If we shove enough concrete evidence under their noses, they'll have no choice but to allocate the resources that I've requested. At the same time, we can use the evidence to arrest members of the Crimson Fleet, weakening them enough to strike a fatal blow.
I mean, it would be nice if we can get rid of the Crimson Fleet in anywhere we go. That would be one less distraction when they're traveling around the place, yes. So, alright then, we could be in trouble. No, let's not say that. Yes, you do seem to have a fair whack of confidence in what I can do here.
If I didn't have confidence in your abilities, I would have told Commander Tuala to send someone else. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down.
Well, we should be fine. So, alright then. I'm also just doing this for money, by the way.
Fine. Whatever gets the job done. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control.
Oh, I want to spiral out of amok, please and thank you. I do it all the time. So exactly what do you mean stray too far off the path then? What's your definition of that?
The Crimson Fleet doesn't follow the rules. They only abide by one thing: money. All of their morals and social graces fall by the wayside in pursuit of their greed. At first glance, this can appear quite enticing, so I'm warning you not to get lured into their trap. Think you can handle that?
Alright, side with the Crimson Fleet against the UC, got it, and we'll get to that later I suppose. Alright then, what about the conduct and ethics? You mentioned that too.
To put it simply, you can't go into every situation with guns blazing. Think before you act. Calculate what you're doing and pull the trigger only when it's absolutely necessary. At the end of the day, your primary goal is taking down the Crimson Fleet. That's the greater good.
I mean, sure thing. I usually don't go guns blazing, I just do it when people start shooting at me. But also, yeah, rules and regulation not my kind of a deal. No promises here.
I don't want promises. I'm just asking you to think. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck.
Well, thank you. But before we do, yeah... Can you tell me more about my expected behavior? That's weird. But yeah, what happens if I get arrested? Who takes care of that?
For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines.
That doesn't sound good. Hope you reimburse me at least. And also, yeah, what about this character that what was the pronunciation here? Sarshi? I've never understood how to pronounce that name. Sarshi? I think that is how he said it.
Continue.
Yeah. What about her? Do you have any more information on her?
All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's been privy to some seriously shady deals. She's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to connect her with the Crimson Fleet at all was thanks to an informant. I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got.
Alright, fair enough. And how do I get back to you then if I'm going to be posing as a Crimson Fleet member?
That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own.
Oh, well, that seems fine.
You have your
then.
orders.
Yes.
Absolutely.
What?
You're a petty officer. There we go. Hello, Gillian Toft.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
I mean, yes, but what about the physical evidence? Why the need for that?
Well, since it isn't every day we stumble across a criminal's fully written confession, we need to build a case against our suspects. The more evidence we acquire, the stronger our case becomes. And knowing the Crimson Fleet, they'll leave plenty of evidence for you to find.
Well, that's good then, yes. And what if that's not the case? What if I don't find anything?
I'd scour every inch of wherever the Crimson Fleet sends you. Otherwise, you're wasting our time and risking your neck for nothing. Criminals are sloppy. Look hard enough and I'm certain you'll stumble across their mess.
Alright, yes, but also it very much depends on me actually getting into the Crimson Fleet.
You better make it, because Commander Akande cashed in all his chips to get this operation off the ground. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
Alright, fine. With my security level, if there is data there, I'll find it.
For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard.
You're not pushing me hard, it's absolutely fine. So, yeah, how about we talk about that?
What? No. It's personal. It has nothing to do with you. Just stick to the mission and you'll be fine.
Alright, intriguing. You have some deeper reason here, which is lovely. But alright then, yes, I'll try to do this, no worries.
That's all we're asking. Oh, before you go, there's one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts.
Well, that's good, exactly what I was hoping for. Now you're speaking my language.
Commander Akande came up with the idea. He was concerned you might not help us simply because it was the right thing to do. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed.
So, Saoirse, that's not what you'd expect. But alright then, yeah, how about that Aurora? How the hell do I get that to Sidonia?
Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Even if you're scanned. Of course, if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mistake.
Well, I'm not an idiot after all, so that's absolutely fine. And the people that you sort of arrest, what will happen to them then?
We'll be keeping them close at hand until this operation is complete. So, we'll be holding them in the Vigilance's brig. If you're feeling particularly ruthless, you could always head down there and say hello. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to see you.
Oh, that sounds like fun, yes. But right then, what about your personal experience here? It definitely seemed like you were taking... Rather, you were taking it a bit badly here. So what's up?
Not really, no. I've learned to keep my personal experiences separate from the job.
Well, that's boring. That was invasive as hell. Yes, it was, but also, that's fine. And, okay, you know what? Let's not push her right now. I'll respect that.
Don't get me wrong. I appreciate that you care. It's just that I don't feel like now's an appropriate time to be discussing these things. Let's just stick to the job at hand and concentrate on the mission. But, maybe we can talk about it some other time, okay?
Well, that's kind of nifty, yes.
Let me know if you need anything else.
No, I think I'm fine. And with that,
Pardon.
apparently we're going back to Mars, because, well, there are a lot of locations in this game, but we are just going back and forth between very often the same ones. Oh, hello! I was talking about magazines. Here's a magazine. Combat tech weapons. I have no idea what combat tech weapons are, but apparently I'm now better at them. Also, hello. Commander Office Terminal, you say? Pirate operations. Reports of pirate activity continue to plague the settled systems. While the mission boards supply us with the intel, the fleet often changes its targets to keep us guessing. According to Toft's report, there are 3 types of operations the fleet uses to fill its coffers: piracy, smuggling, and theft. They have honed these operations under the current leadership, and we would do well to study their tactics so that we can better protect the settled systems. Cool. And about the tactics, there's an old saying that to fight the enemy, one must know their enemy. The aphorism, while trite, still holds true today. Like many disorganized groups, the Crimson Fleet uses guerrilla tactics. They utilize the element of surprise to their advantage, grab jumping and quickly striking their targets before fleeing the scene. These are not revelatory tactics. Throughout history, ambush, deception, sabotage, and espionage have been the tools smaller groups employed to outmaneuver larger naval forces. Since stealth was formed in order to fight this foe in a non-traditional sense, it is up to the leadership to find creative ways to do that without sacrificing the principles we hold dear. And then we also have some personal documents. Resolve and purpose. There are years where nothing happens, years that can define a life. I was 16 when I first took to the skies, 17 when it all came crashing down. It began with a ship. Earlier that year, my father had salvaged a wreck from war, a B-class Deimos fighter from an abandoned staryard. It was old, outdated, and, to put it bluntly, a piece of junk. The controls were shaky, the plane was rusted, and the engine coughed like it had a bad lung. But none of that mattered to me. I was hooked from the very first grab jump. You see, up until that point, I had often struggled to focus. Nothing I did had any long-term appeal. That all changed the moment I took that Deimos junker out to the space lanes. For the first time in my life, I could see a life for me beyond the present. This ship, for all its loose wires, dents, and bookmarks, gave me purpose, something I could devote my life to. 3 months later, I was an escort for my father's freighter. 10 months later, we were attacked by the Crimson Fleet. Most days, I think about my father, the kind, gentle man who raised me. I think about how much poorer this galaxy is without his laughter soaring through its membrane. And other times, my thoughts turn to his son, the boy with star-bright eyes, and the future he lost. When I am confronted with this boy, my resolve begins to wane. I want him to forgive me for the man I become, one consumed by hate and vengeance. I stand wordless as he tugs at the corners of my jacket, tears flowing down his cheeks, begging me to let my anger go. And in that moment, every part of me wants to embrace him and tell him exactly what he needs to hear. I want to tell him I will drop this accursed chase and give his future the chance it deserves. But instead, I turn away, I leave him crying alone in the void of space. But what he does not realize is that I'm doing this for him. I fight the Crimson Fleet for all the fathers and futures lost to a world that would never have been, should have been. And when I think of them, my resolve returns and I have purpose once more. Bloody hell. Alright, chill. And it's no secret that we've had trouble explaining to the official at Mast the urgency of the Crimson Fleet menace. Despite the fact that they are a disorganized band of pirates, they must be treated as a criminal organization that poses a threat to the safety of the settled systems. Unfortunately, without intel on the inner workings of the Crimson Fleet, much of this is speculation. We need someone on the inside to help us fill in the blanks. This is why I've requested records of every prisoner detained by the United Colonies. Surely there's a candidate among them who will suit our needs. Sure thing. And finally, State of the Vigilance. After speaking with Commander Natara, Lieutenant Toft has assured me that Project Svalin has been fully tested by the engineers at SY920 and approved by MAST. If everything goes according to plan, we will begin implementation immediately. When the time comes, this upgrade will be essential for what I have planned. Which would be what exactly? Not 100% sure. But right then, a little bit of information there about the commander. Hey. What are these, by the way? Aren't these like transportation tubes? I think it is, but I don't know. Also, side room here, just a cantina sort of a place. Alright then, I think that... There we go, thank you. I think that we're largely done with this place. I don't think I need to look through this all too much. And we are in the neighborhood. We're actually very much in the neighborhood, just outside of Mars. So into Cydonia with our contraband. Have a chat with Circe? Bloody hell. Never gonna remember that. And see about getting into the Crimson Fleet. Now it is very nice that we are going to the Trade Authority because...
How's it going?
Hello,
hey,
you.
Welcome to the Cydonia Trade. Cool. That's what we do here.
I have some stuff to sell to you. We have, for example, 2 barrow knives. I am not supposed to buy things. Damn it. Can get those barrow. I thought I was getting a lot of money for it. Berserker calibrated Grendel, go away. The Furious barrow knife, go away. Why do I have 2 of the Why do I have 2 of the same? That's interesting. Disassembler and lacerate from both of these. Alright, then, well, I can sell that one. I'll keep that around for now. Yes, I'll keep that around for now. Over here, I don't think any of these... I mean, that's a lot more... That's a lot more stats. Beast, Hunter, Acrobat, Reactive is nice. Chameleon I don't really like. Had it not been Chameleon, I would have kept that actually. So you know what, I'll keep that one. Space Packs, I don't think I wanted this. Well, it's not a bad one, it's just, no, I kind of like the other one better. As for apparel, I will keep those. That's a-okay. Miscellaneous, do I have anything? 2 fire extinguishers for some reason. I'll keep these. Yes. Do I need the map still? It feels weird that I have the map still. Yeah, that's fine. Now you might have some resources that I'm interested in. Polymer, you say? I'll take your polymer. Looks like I need membrane, but I definitely can get that from a lot of places, so that's fine. Miscellaneous, yeah, I'll take 3 digipix too. About ammo, yeah, you would probably have some ammo. No 0.5 caliber though. You know what, that's fine. Thank you.
See you around.
So where am I on money right now? I am on 180. I think we're getting close to a spaceship production episode. Very close, in fact. Alright then. Hello, Circe Bowden.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy.
Well, isn't that lovely? Octai, who's that?
Octai Inbayar. He's the head of our Cydonia branch. If you want to do some trading, he's the one you need to be talking to. I'm busy.
Well, I'm looking to unload some sensitive shipment.
And by sensitive, I'm guessing you mean something you don't want UC security sticking their noses into. I can probably help you with that. What have you got for me?
Well, what about the price? Let's chat about that first.
I'm not talking price until I know what the hell I'm buying.
I mean, you know what? Fair enough. That was wrong of me. Sorry about that. Yes, it's a bit of Aurora.
Whoa, way too hot for me. That stuff is nothing but bad news. Why don't you take your shipment and try somewhere else?
No, I think that we're gonna be talking to you. People say you were the best. Maybe they were actually wrong then.
No, they're right. What they didn't tell you is that I have a self-preservation streak 1 kilometer wide. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
What do you mean finder's fee? I'm not paying you. You pay me. Alright. Are you saying that I need to pay you to sell my shipment to someone?
You must be new at this game, love, so I'm gonna let that one slide. In our business, nothing gets done until money is exchanged, even if that means leaving a credit on each and every rung of the ladder as you climb your way up.
I mean, fair enough. I could just blow your brains out. No, let's not do that. Alright then, fine. 1,000 credits. I can part with that.
You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you. There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Well, lovely. So let's hope that I can get that money back, because I'm not here to spend money, I'm here to make money, damn it. So, Broken Spear, off we go. You're just chilling here. Hello, Adler Kemp.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away.
I have some interesting stuff for you. Sergio Bowden said you can help me move some of this lovely Aurora.
Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first.
I love your little German accent there. So, yeah, we and us. Exactly who are they? I thought that it was you and me dealing here.
You're a clever one, aren't you? Let's just say I have a certain influential affiliation. And leave it at that. Basically, you want that Aurora moved, I'm your guy.
Alright, cool. But Sergio never really said anything about that, I think.
Yeah, well, she isn't running the show here. I am. Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back.
You want the money back, don't ya? Why am I debt collecting all of a sudden? Okay, well, fine.
Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
Well, alright then, we are apparently doing a bit of, indeed, debt collection here all of a sudden. Not really what I was planning on doing today, but you know what, that... I need to actually... The miners' quarters is just residential area. Alright then, fine. So alright, we are here. You are a little bit miserable looking, yes. Hello.
Something I can help you with?
Well, you have a debt, and I'm actually here to try and get that money from for Adler Kemp.
Adler Kemp? Who the heck is that?
Oh, you're trying to be funny. Do you owe money to anyone or not?
Of course I owe money. Unless you're independently wealthy. Everyone's in debt nowadays. I owe Deimos. I owe my landlord. I owe Galbank. Heck, I have a tab at Parsec Deep at Cespear. It's an endless list. So why don't you just leave me here? Let me get drunk and find someone else to bother. Okay?
Well, alright, game's over. We need that money.
What? Play what games? You're obviously confusing me with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Whatever.
Alright, fine. Well, I'll just go and tell Adler you said that, why don't I?
Adler... Oh! Wait, you mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Sound good? Yeah?
No, not really. No, not really. Unless you pay now, Deimos will send a corpse home in a casket.
Come on! Give me a break! What the... Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
Well, how about you do a job for me? No, we're absolutely not paying him. We are going to persuade him.
What games? Why are you doing this to me? I don't have the money.
I mean, so you say. Yes, for the sake of your own family, you should just pay up.
What? Oh my god. He might come after them? Because of me? I hadn't even thought of the possibility. Please, tell Adler I'm sorry for trying to wiggle out of the debt. I didn't have much of a choice.
Well, there you go, there's the 3,000. Back to Adler, and hopefully we can actually do the deed, so to speak.
Are proud to support the citizens of Sidonia.
Tampering with a certified Deimos mining robot is forbidden.
The Settled Systems News Network. News you can trust.
Alright, back at the Broken Spear. Hello, got the money.
For me?
Well, I have like 1,000 credits? Okay, fine, here it is.
Well, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message?
Oh, he got the message.
Nice, nice. You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates?
Oh, I think we can absolutely do that. Can they handle me is the question.
That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Nevamora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
There we go, there's some money. Alright then, Nevamora is our next step, and I mean, it feels like they should be disorganized, but having a big boss, that sort of goes against that, I think. But, alright then, fine, whatever. That might work out in the end, I suppose. So, indeed, we have a ship, the Astrea. And that is what we're gonna go and have a bit of a chat with. Well, not the ship, but the people on the ship.
Wow, look who finally had the guts to show up. Looks like Adler finally did something right for once.
Hello.
So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew.
I mean, I think I am. Yes, indeed. Damn right.
You betting your life on that? Because the only way out of our organization is with a warhead up your grav drive. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Reek. I want him dead.
I mean, that sounds easy enough, but yeah. medical supply ship. That's boring loot, isn't it?
This job isn't about the loot. But I suppose every dog needs its scraps. Keep whatever worthless junk is on that ship. Just remember, the only thing that matters is that Rake dies.
I mean, fair enough. So, alright, then why haven't you hunted him down?
There's a lesson in this. I need you to learn what'll happen if you decide to turn your back on the fleet. Consider it your glimpse into a possible, unfortunate future. So you'd better pay close attention.
I mean, fair enough, I suppose. So, what are my options here? Is it just killing?
Kill Rake? That's your only option? If you want my advice, there's only one way to guarantee he dies. Turn the Ragana into space junk. Only way to be sure.
And that's probably quite simple. Consider it done.
It's done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long.
Absolutely, ma'am. So, alright then. Do we need to question stuff? No. Well, actually, yes. How do you know that he is on the Ragana?
I've been tracking Rake for months. He's making it tough, not gonna lie. He changes his location and identity so often, it's costing me a small fortune just to keep tabs. But you know what? It's worth every damn cred. He's made me look like a fool in front of Delgado, and I'm gonna have his head on a pike.
Well, isn't that lovely? Alright then, yes, cool. I do, by the way, enjoy quite a lot that we're doing so many missions in the Sol system. That's kind of nifty, actually. Didn't even think that was gonna be a thing, considering the fact that, you know, Earth is, well, dead. By the way, we should also go to Earth at some point, because in this game, you know what, why don't we... Well, actually, yeah. So we can obviously see the landmasses. I could literally go to where I live, which is like sort of around here-ish. And you see, like, what's that like? We'll do that at some point, I suppose. So Enceladus was actually in the system. I did not recognize the name of that moon. So alright then, let's get over there, see how we can solve this. Can we do it peacefully? Can we, like, get him into custody and take him to the UC? I mean, I suppose that would be a nice thing.
This is Dmitry Moldavsky, pilot of the Ragana. We are a simple transport ship heading to New Homestead. We do not want any trouble.
Let's chat a bit. Okay, convince the Ragana to kill Austin Rake or find a way to spare him. So I can obviously just attack you. But yes, you know what? You have an issue. The Crimson Fleet is kind of interested in your ship.
I was afraid of that. Look, we are not built for combat. What is it you want exactly?
Well, there is a guy on your ship, so as a... Ooh, I like this. So as UC Sistef, I can say the fleet wants Austin Rake dead. I'd like to board your ship and talk about how to spare him. Or as the Crimson Fleet, I can say here's what's going to happen. You're going to open your hatch and I'm going to board. I mean, none of those options are really different. It's just like, where am I coming from here? And I could also say that, you know, kill Austin Rake. Do that and I won't do anything else. But that's boring. No. We have to remember who we are as of this point in time, which is UC Sistef. We'll see what we do with the Crimson Fleet later, maybe. Yes, I would love to come on board and see what we can do about the situation.
Well, normally I would say no, but frankly it will be safer for us that way. Alright, you can dock. We will talk then.
And a lot of people like that, apparently. Oh, bloody hell.
To discuss with you.
And when you get a moment, can we talk?
Now everyone wants to. Bloody hell. Yes.
Maybe a few minutes. Probably
fine.
not hours, though. But no guarantees.
Fine. You know what? Maybe I should just do that because I'm being I'm annoyed at the fact that they're coming at me with that. Let me do this first, though. Alright then, we are on board. We have a couple of things. Talk to a Dimitri. So that is presumably you. Hello.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece.
Yes, indeed. I could just flat out attack them, but that's not what we're doing. So, here's the thing. Yes, no one listening over the comms, way safer.
That is true. Which means you don't want somebody to know what you are really up to. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about?
Well, again, I can persuade. Okay, so the persuasion is to have them kill him. And I can just, again, attack them. Yeah, why are you risking your lives to protect this man?
I will not murder a man in cold blood. You will have to kill us all first.
I mean, that can be taken care of, but no, let's try and do this without violence and also with the Crimson Fleet thinking we killed him.
You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you? And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can strike his name from Manifest, make it so he was never on board. Then, when we dock, we will leave him on this ship and deliver him to another port.
I mean, no, not entirely what I'm looking for. I would love to have you deliver him to Sys-Def. Well, again, he didn't say anything about that, I suppose, so that's the plan. And yes, indeed, the fleet cannot find out about this. We will both be exposed if that happens.
That is fair. We do not want any part of the fleet. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship and we will make sure Rake was never on ours. And in case any of your handlers get suspicious, here. We had an extra crate of supplies loaded, in case one got damaged. This should be proof you were not here to bargain.
And that's just very lovely. Can we talk with you?
So you're the fleet's new dog, huh?
Well, I mean, sort of.
Be careful around the fleet. They talk about family, but it's just a bunch of crap.
Well, alright then, he doesn't want to chat. And on this occasion we actually have...
Go. I thought we were dead. I can't believe it.
Can't go through here. Well, that's a bit sad. Alright then, fine. That was easily handled. First little thing, quite simple indeed. Back to the... What was the name? Neva. Let's just go with Neva.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit.
And
hey,
now we need to kill
target practice.
People. Alright then. Well, that's intriguing. Yes, sure. We'll do that. Oh, bloody hell. Can you... please lock onto this thing?
Jump systems fried, Captain.
Yes, that's very bad actually. Let's also heal up a bit. We did not plan on this. Not plan on this. But also, since I have been fighting a bunch, I've actually been able to pick up a bunch of hull repair stuff, or ship repair stuff, which is very lovely. Okay, well, this is actually part of the mission, which is intriguing. Well... it's the Crimson Fleet. You just said it. You just said it. No. Just try to be fun. Go. Just kill
Target down. Target shields erect.
Go. Bam. Lovely, lovely, lovely. You take care of one of them, so that's good. So hello, how's things?
Thanks for the help with the Ecliptic. I had it under control. But definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Ragana. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate.
So the answer is gonna be, I assume, that yes, I can lie and say it's dead. Which is not really true. I mean, we could just say what is actually the case, which is that he was not on the ship. Intriguing. Yeah, okay. Actually, some complications were had.
I don't like complications. And neither does my boss. What the hell happened?
Well, what happened is that I went on the ship and Osterake wasn't actually there.
Bullshit. My source was rock solid. You, though? I'm starting to doubt. Your story stinks worse than Adler Kemp. And that son of a bitch probably hasn't showered in a month. So choose your next words very carefully. What really happened out there?
Well, what actually did happen is that, well, I got some goods, sure. Don't go for the innocent people, she won't care about that. I tend to forget things. On that note, who are you again? What is that answer? Or dialogue choice? I don't understand some of these. No. Yeah, make money, no risk, got some cargo.
Not your call. You let your greed get the better of you, and now Austin Rake slipped away. The fleet needs to be able to trust that you can follow orders. My orders. That being said, you saved my ass with Ecliptic. And decent pilots are tough to find these days. So I'm gonna let this one slide. But guess what? It's gonna cost you extra. Jettison those supplies I know you grabbed from the Regana. I was gonna let you keep them. But now, they're mine. Consider it payment for the hit I'll have to put on Austin Rake. And more importantly, for wasting my time.
Well, that's a bit of a shame. Alright, then fine. Here's the cargo, I don't even know what it was.
Now you see how it works. I give an order, and you follow it. Remember that. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yep, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rakes taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. We clear?
Crystal clear, ma'am. It's about damn time you did this.
You better stow that crap before you make me change my mind. And now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
That's lovely. I think I've seen that at some point. Alright then, and before we do that, we are going back to Vigilance. But I think, indeed... Why can't I... Stop it. There we go. I'm gonna start in the next episode to, before we do that, talk to my crew members, because I assume you all have like personal stories and missions and stuff like that, and that is what you want to talk to me about. So fine, I'll do that. But this is fun. This is a bit different. I like it. We'll see exactly what happens with the Crimson Fleet and our involvement with them. That'll be very intriguing indeed. So we'll see more about that in the next episode. For now though, this has been ghostmutgaming with me, Christopher. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.